Greetings, Royal Priesthood. I welcome you to Divine Radiance. I warmly welcome you. If you're tuning in for the first time or you have not subscribed to this channel, please click subscribe and like the video and share and comment. Even disliking is still fine. um, Share, comment. When we do that, when we share the video, we are increasing the visibility of the video to the viewers. It is not to make me famous, it's only Jesus Christ who's famous. Today I wanted to talk about masquerading, and how easy it is to masquerade when inside we are dying, when our lives are in chaos, um, a chaos that seems organized, because we will look so organized, but inside there's so much chaos. And when we pretend to be what we are not, God cannot help us. God cannot help who you pretend to be. He can only help you when you come before Him. You lay your life down for Him to say, Lord, this is my life. Fix it. Make me whole. Cleanse me. Wash me clean. Separate me from unrighteousness. That is when God will come in. That is when God will come in to help you, to assist you. But when we are masquerading, no help will come from God. We will receive zero from God. You know, the Word of God says that we should come to Him by faith, because when you do not have faith in Him, then your coming to Him will be useless, because most of us, we do come to Him, but we don't believe Him, we don't trust Him that He can see us through the challenges that we face. We don't believe that He can help you with that job that you so desperately looking for. We don't believe that He can help us with the businesses that we so desperately want to establish. We don't trust Him that He can help you with that wife that you desperately want. We don't trust Him that He can help us, He can help you with that husband that you are desperately looking for. We don't trust Him. But if we were to completely trust Him with everything, with our lives, then everything will just fall into place, because He knows us better than anyone. God knows us before we're even in our mother's wombs. He already knew us. But because we tend to masquerade, to pretend like everything is in order in our lives. I'm not saying that people must go and tell everyone their business. No, that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, go to your closet, go to your corner, go to wherever where you can seek, and where you can sit and be quiet with God, and seek God and seek Him to help you to become the person that He has created you to be. Because when we live a fake life, we become so miserable, because we begin to sometimes even compare ourselves to other people, and we even begin to seek things that God has not meant for us, to seek people that God has not meant for us, to seek relationships that God has not made for us. And then this is where now we lose ourselves. This is where now we lose our peace, because when you are living a fake life, when you are masquerading, somewhere, somehow, you are frustrated, you have fear, you have anxiety, you have depression, you have all these things because you are fake, you are masquerading. And God doesn't want us to masquerade. He wants us to come to Him. He wants us to lay our lives before Him and say, God, this is me. Yahweh, Yeshua, this is me. And I'm failing, you know. And when we do that, he quickly comes in. But we have to be genuine about it, to say, I'm failing in this area. I'm unable to put my life together. And we can't really put our lives together. It's only God who knows what will put us together. I know that we have our lives carefully planned because we have been told to plan our lives, to go to school, to go to varsity, to find a job, to establish that business, to but the only one that knows best about our lives is God. And when we don't ask Him, we get lost. We get lost in the chaotic life of this world because we tend to want to touch and to grab whatever it is that comes to our lives. We tend to want to please people. We tend to be people pleasers instead of pleasing God. We please people because we want them to think that our lives are together. Even when we're looking for businesses, we tend to be we tend to lose ourselves because you're looking for that business, you're looking for that job. You tend to lose yourself. And how, what do I mean by saying we tend to lose ourselves? Because when we get there, to those people that are supposed to be helping us finding that job and establishing that business, those people, they seek for things that are ungodly. And what do? We give into those things. Some of them, they want us to sleep with them. Some of them, they want to sacrifice someone or something. When you look at the scripture, it says that the devil showed Jesus Christ the riches of this world, the glitz and the claims of this world, and he asked Jesus Christ to kneel down before him. He told him actually that if you were to bow down before me, I will give you all these glitz and the claims of the world. This is what is happening even today. We think that by attaining riches, attaining material things, attaining the status, attaining the fame, and being well known by everyone is what we need. Getting that job, getting that business, getting that car, getting that house, getting that husband, getting that wife. We think this is what we need, and this is where now we become desperate. We lose ourselves. We begin to go beyond the scope of God. We go beyond the principles. We go beyond the statutes that God has put before us, because now we want all these things, these material things and this fame. We want to be famous. We want to be well known. And some of us, we begin to even throw ourselves to people because they have some kind of status. They have some kind of, fame. And we think that when we throw ourselves to these people, we are also going to become famous. We are also going to be people of status. You will find women throwing themselves into men. And in you doing that, you are losing yourself. You are losing your dignity. You lose yourself in the midst of that, because at the first place, when you throw yourself to that man, you are displaying to that man that you are easy. You are displaying to that man that you are not together, because a person that is together will never throw themselves to any man, or even to any business, or even to any job. When you are together, when you know who you are in God, and when you know the plan that God has for your life, that the plan of God is not to harm you, it is to prosper you, it is to give you hope and a good future. You will not throw yourself to anyone. You will not lose your dignity for anyone. You will not um, even um, change your dress code for anyone, because whoever will come to you and claim that they want you to give you that business, they want to give you that job, they want to marry you, or they love you, because we are so desperate of love that we will throw ourselves to anyone that is before us. People will accept you just the way that you are. I'm not saying that when you're going for a job or going for an interview now, you have to look shabby and all that. No, you need to look appropriate, you need to look decent. But you know, the way we masquerade ourselves, we end up even changing our dress code just so that um people will pay attention to us. And in that, you changing your dress code, you losing who you are, you losing who God made you to be. This is what masquerading does to us, because when we masquerade, we are hiding a lot of pain as well. There's a lot of pain within us that we are hiding, that we don't want to deal with. Dealing with pain is not nice, because it reminds you who you are, where you have been, and what you have done. So instead of us, um, looking deep into who we are, what we have done, and what has caused so much pain in our lives, we want to masquerade that. We want to appear as these, brave people, as these people who have everything together. And this is where we lose it. This is where we are depressed. This is where we schizophrenic. This is where we are bipolar, if there's something like that. This is where we get sick. This is where we get paranoid. This is where we begin to compare ourselves to other people. And the people that we even comparing ourselves to, we don't know what makes them tick. We don't know. Some of us, what makes us tick is the Spirit of God that is within us. Some of us, we tick because there is some, some creature in our houses that makes us tick, that makes us successful, that makes us having that money, that makes us having that business, that makes us having that, job, that makes us having that material things. So God knows us. He knows us better than anyone else. He knows us better than anyone else. If anything that you need, or that you want, because we have needs and we have wants. And most of the things that gets us into trouble, it's the things that we want. So anything that you want, the word of God says that ask me anything and I shall give it to you. That is what God has said. Ask me anything and I shall give it to you, that your joy may be full and that his name may be glorified. That is what he has said in his word, that we are allowed to come to him and ask anything that we want. And what we do, we go everywhere. We throw ourselves to anything that comes. We throw ourselves to anyone that comes because we don't know who we are. We haven't even gone before God and say, God, I'm failing. I'm failing in relationships. I'm failing in that business. I'm failing in my family. Help me, Father, with all these things that I have laid before you. I don't know how to do them. And once you have told God that you need help, then wait on him. Wait on him. Don't go out and try and conjure up something, because what has gotten us into trouble is us conjuring things up. We 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 we, we conjure up those businesses by going to those people that will promise you that I'm gonna give you this calabash and then you're gonna feed it with whatever. You're gonna feed it with maybe honey or with milk or with meat or with a human being or with the blood of a human being and whatever. And then that is when now you are in biggest trouble ever. Because of what? Because you wanted that business. Because of what? You wanted that woman. Because of what? You wanted that man. You become what now? A witch. You become what? A sorcerer. Because you wanted that particular thing. Whereas there's God. When you go to God and say, God, this is what I need. This is what I want. And wait on him. Be willing to wait on him. Because definitely sure he will bring to pass. And even that husband, even that wife that you're looking for, if you were to go to God and ask God, God, I need a wife. God, I need a husband. And be willing to wait on him. Don't go out and look. I don't know how it works for men. I don't know how it works. But I also know that they need to pray to God and ask that wife. And then God will show you the wife. Even you as a woman, God will show you your husband. You will know. Deep within your heart, you will know that this is my husband. This is my wife. If that person is not for you, deep down within yourself, you will know that this person is not for me. This person is not made for me. Because of the hard work you will put, especially we women. Yes, men, maybe they must make, they must put more effort into them getting that wife. But when you have a relationship with God, you already know that that is your wife. And then you must put in work to get her to you. But we as women, there is no work that we need to put in order to get that man. There is no work whatsoever. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to change your dress code. You don't have to change the way you look. You don't have to change your hairstyle. You don't have to change, just be yourself. Then God will bring that husband to you. Not you changing yourself to get that husband that is not even made for you. Stop masquerading. Be who God created you to be. Go before God and tell God that, God, I'm failing. Because in us trying to be what God didn't make us to be. We become so miserable, we become so depressed, and we even become very angry, we become very hateful, we begin to hate people, we even become witches, we become sorcerers, because now we are looking for things that God has not created for us. Anything that God has not made for you will not be yours. It doesn't matter how much you work for it, it will not be yours, because that is not what God has meant for you. You might seem, that is why some of marriages, they collapse. Some of marriages, there's gender-based violence. It's because we haven't seek God in finding that husband, in finding that wife. We haven't seek God. We have gone out on ourselves and tried and find that monster. Because when you take someone that is not meant for you, you go to Kobela, and Kobela gives you a love potion. That person is not yours. You might marry that person, and then at the end of the day, hell will break loose, because this person will realize one day that, you know what, this is not what I want. This is not who I want to be with. The person that I want to be with is out there. And the last person that this person sees in the evening before he sleeps is this monster that he doesn't want. And the first person that he wakes up to, the first face that he wakes up to, or she wakes up to, it's this face that they don't want. Then that is where now the gender-based violence begins. Then we blame people, we say they are abusive, what is the foundation of that relationship? What is the foundation of that marriage? Is it a marriage that was made by God, or is it a marriage that was conjured up in some corner with those calabashes or whatever it is that people do? Let's seek God. Let's stop masquerading. Everything that you ever need is in God. You will find it in God. And when you have all this, you will not have unpeaceful night. You will have peace. When God gives you something, you have peace about it. You know that this is mine. And you don't have to look at your back all the time. You just know that this is mine. So let's stop masquerading. Let's seek God genuinely, so, and tell God that, God, this is who I am. I'm angry because my father left me, because my mother left me. I'm angry because my parents did not take care of me when I was growing up. I'm angry because I had a boyfriend, and that boyfriend used me, or that girlfriend used me, and they left me. With us women, they leave us with children that we must take care of. I'm angry because I didn't finish my matric. I didn't finish that degree. I'm angry because the father of my children left me. I need you to heal me. The mother of my children left me. I need you to heal me. I need you to make me whole. I need you to sanctify me. I need you to cleanse me. I need you to wash me clean. And then when you have done that, you have allowed God, and you wait on God. You don't go out there and you just pull anything that is anything to your life. No, wait on God. I'm not saying now you must sit and not work and not do anything, but allow God to lead you to what you want, instead of you stressing yourself, instead of you even losing your dignity, losing who you are. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time. Cool.